Hey, everybody. This is Victor Brooks. Welcome back to the Victor Brooks Show Instagram Indie Fam series. You know, technology's technology, but we've signed back on. And when I see our guest today, Jessie Galante, join us, we're going to give it a shot again. Sometimes Wi-Fi is cool, sometimes it's not. That's life, right? But one thing about it, artistry is artistry. It's been here since it's been here. And it's given us what we've needed. And it's because of the artist that present that artistry, that give that artistry what it is. Like our guest today, Jessie Galante. It's why it's so important for what we do. So I see Jessie's here. We're going to log back on with our guest today, Jessie. And everybody, thank you for joining us. Kenny Anderson, my brother from another mother. Second Chance Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Go see, go follow, be inspired like I've been inspired by this man and his efforts and journey of journalism for so many years. Ken Anderson, our guest later today, Sharon Marie Klein. Thank you, Lady Sharon. We can't wait. Mario Rivas, Brazil. Thank you. Platinum Content. Thank you. Jazz in the Park, Huntsville. Ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're in the Huntsville, Alabama area. September, I'm going to get those dates. And we're going to start promoting it here on our page as well. But Jazz in the Park, Huntsville, Alabama, in September. All right, Sean Mead, you're back, my brother, and everybody else that's back. We're going to try to get back in with our guest today now, Jessie Galante. And we are going to see what we see. But thank you all for coming back. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I couldn't get the computer to, there was some kind of delay.
That's all right.
So
That's all right.
I think we're good here.
You even sound like more amplified. So it looks great. It's great. Looks great. Sounds great. I'm just going to bring up to speed Positivity Posse and Indie Fam before we get to our next section of where we were with our guest today, Jessie Galante. Giving us her story of growing up around a musical family, being inspired by all types of music in her life, feeding her artistry with what it is we feel and need today, going back to her latest single and newest video, the Moody Blues remake classic, Nights in White Satin. Google it, go to her website, follow it, follow her page, and then keep following what she's doing. That's why we're here. We want to know the journey of Jessie Galante. Jessie, thanks for trying it again for us.
I'm here.
You got it. So tell us again, one more. I want to piggyback, Jessie, on once you started growing into your artistry. What has being an artist done for you? We know what our artistry hopefully does for those who listen, but you as an artist, what has your artistry done for you?
Well, it gives me a little bit of permission to be a little wild.
Okay, right on.
Free and expressive, and it's taken me to different places in the world. And I've met so many wonderful people, not only musicians, but people of various countries and, cultures. It's actually because I was raised in a very strict household. Getting into music and getting out has literally opened up the world to me. And it's inspiring. It's just very inspiring.
Yeah.
It's a freedom. It's a challenge.
Yes.
Challenge, and it puts you to the test on creativity and just so many different things, so many different levels. But if you think about it, how grateful are we to be musicians and to have that gift of any talent, really. And it's really rewarding to me. Things, you may not always come out with the song right away, or you may not always feel musically inspired every single day, but it doesn't matter. It's in your heart, it's in your soul, it's in your blood. It's always going to be there. And it's interesting too how so many musicians that I know, just because during COVID, how we just like it was like full throttle.
Yeah.
Okay, COVID,
Yeah.
it's not going to
Yeah.
stop us. And
Yeah.
everybody exploded into creativity. It was absolutely amazing
That's
to
right.
me.
That's
So,
right.
so it opens, music has opened up the world, even in the dark, even when things are not going right. It's still, it's like a confidence.
Oh, come on, Jesse. See, when I hear that answer, to me that validates someone who's been there, done that, but still looking for the next episode in their artistry.
Absolutely. And, you know, I come from a hometown of Buffalo, New York, where there's a lot of musicians that have done wonderful things. And we all learned on the same streets. We all come from the same mold, if you will. And we are just, it's a very tight musical community. And it's inspiration every day, like I said, and just absolutely, it's consider myself very fortunate. I really do. And when before that you couldn't hear me, we were breaking up.
Yeah.
Did I see you working with Brian McKnight Jr.? Am I saying that right? The right person?
You said Brian McKnight Jr.?
Yes.
Yes, that's my nephew. Yes.
Is that
Mhm.
Brian McKnight? Brian McKnight?
Son, his oldest son. Uh-huh.
But
Yep.
But is it Brian McKnight, the well-known singer from Buffalo, New York?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because from Buffalo.
Yep. And actually, Brian Jr., incredible artist in his own right, is the one that's been teaching me this whole social media technology thing, you know. And actually, he and my sons have been the ones that kind of a couple of years ago pushed me to say, hey, start telling these stories, you know, call some of your other people and start, you know, especially like you just said, like when COVID was there, all of us as artists started feeling like, okay, what else can we do? Like you just said it so perfectly. That's how we felt. And so we got on the line, we started saying, hey, y'all, how you doing? We started checking on each other. Gigs are down, blah, 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 blah. Let's go tell our stories and plug into social media. So that's how the whole thing started there, you know? But I want to ask, you know, what you're giving, we have a lot of independent, because we call ourselves, as you know, the indie fam and positivity posse, right? So a lot of artists who are now part of the indie fam are artists who are just really starting out to say, I want to kind of experiment or get into my artistry. I've been an accountant all my life, or I've been a house dad or mom for so long. I've been this, I've been that. And I'm going off of emails that I've received that I've never really had the, some say the courage or some say the belief to do anything with my artistry. But what you just said about your answer, that your artistry has given you that feeling of, boom, let me try this, jump into the unknown. What advice can you give these artists who are viewing and will view from you and your seasoned journey about experiencing their artistry, that fear they had?
Well, fear is a problem because it happens to all of us. We're, as artists, you know, and we have fears. But that fear, you got to convert that fear to fuel. And then you have to, you know, you have to use that fear to feel. And the feeling will convert to a song or a piece of, or poetry or whatever, and express it. And whatever comes from your gut, don't second guess it. Just because, just like the Nike slogan, just do it.
Just do
because
it.
once you start doubting yourself,
yeah,
then you are not you're not yourself when you're doubting yourself. You have to just do it. And it's amazing what comes out. Even if you write the first draft, say, of a lyric of a song, and you read it and you say, oh my God, this sucks. Okay, well, that's normal. Everybody writes a first draft. Then sometimes you have it good and you go, okay, well, this is pretty cool. But if you look at it and, God, this sucks, well, then something with it. You'll go, oh my God, that verse is cool. The chorus sucks, but I'll rewrite it or I'll manipulate it. And then you feel that you can keep going with it. And if you don't, you chuck it and you do something else. You never, ever get to give up, because that's the nature of that's the process of creativity. You know, that's the process.
Go ahead, Jessie. Go ahead. I don't want to stop you. You are giving it to us. That's it. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I'm just talking from experience, because I've had fears and I've had doubt, I've had thinking, confidence, like that. But the fire, the passion of music that is really inside you will take over. And it's great. It's great to have that. I can't even imagine a day without music. I really, really can't.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, I've had music, but in my heart and soul, there's always something going on,
Yeah. Is it cliche, Jessie, that saying that some people call a cliche, that artistry and music has the power to change the world? Is that cliche or what?
If it's cliche, bring it on. That's what I say. It's cliche. And I don't think it's reality. It does. It changes the world. It does. Imagine a world without music. Imagine driving in your car, no music. Imagine watching a movie, no music. Because the music in a movie, for example, sometimes you could watch a movie and you can interpret based on what you're hearing. With the music they go hand in hand. So yeah, definitely. If it's a cliche, it's a good one.
Right. We'll leave it with them if it's a cliche. I got you. For the ones that don't, what do you hope that your music? I know, watching your video and listening to the other songs of Jessie Galante, which I'm going to tell y'all once again, do yourself a favor, follow her page, Google her name, go to YouTube. It's hearing you I got to go back to that. What we said in the previous is that I hear your style. I hear of course, we all have been, we all grew up listening to other artists or other people, either before us or whatever. I know I did. That's a thing. But it takes when that style development, and like you just when you answered it the first time, you said, hey, I didn't think about it. Before I knew it, I was just singing and that was my style, right? How important is it for an artist to develop their own sense of voice and their own sense of style? Why is that important as an artist?
Well, maybe to be unique, to stand out a little bit different, create something different. I don't think it should be forced. It should come naturally. And of course, that's based on what you're saying or performing, and your attitude and how you're passionate. There's so much involved to it. It's a lot involved, and for example, when I get ready to do a performance, and there's a lot involved. I'm just getting up on stage and standing there like a zombie. I am almost like acting. You got to act out what you're feeling, because the facial expressions, in addition to what's coming out of your mouth or fingers, whatever, is important for the entire delivery and the feeling. So I learned early on from my family to be explicit and shouting at each other all the time. Be it either we're fighting or we're saying happy birthday or whatever. We're really loud. Right. So that expression, being expressive, comes naturally. And if it doesn't, it's something maybe is important, because you don't you don't want to just stand there like a zombie and not show emotions. And that's the beauty of writing and performing music, is expressing your emotions.
There you go.
Putting it out there, because it comes back. It comes back to you, and people, and it's like, This is what music is about. This is what entertainment is about. And it's heavy, but it's cool and light at the same time.
Right.
I love it.
You know what? Ooh, you hit it on the head, just because I know it was a period where I didn't understand the importance of using my vulnerability as an artist, as a human being, as a person, a human being that just happened to be an artist, right? That we all have vulnerabilities as humans, but it's something about that artisticness of a vulnerable thing that I struggled with, just being real, and I remembered that back in the day. How important is vulnerability, do you think, in an artist expression, like you just mentioned, about being able to express your emotions and, exposing portions of that vulnerability?
It's important because it's showing how you feel. It's showing and expressing how you feel as an artist. You might be rocking out on one song and it's a pretty light going song, and then the next song is like, oh my God, this is dramatic because this happened in my life and it tore me apart, and that's going to be a different feeling and emotion, and you're going to feel it in your body. You're going to show it all, and people are going to feel it and understand this emotion and relate to it to some degree.
There you go.
That's a lot of sharing. A lot of
sharing. Yeah, a lot of sharing, and it's scary. It's scary. I mean, whenever I talk to other artists or people, I always like to refer back to myself, because I always take it there first, because, I can't answer for anybody else. Judging was never really my thing, but I know as far as things that I had to develop and the emails that I get, Jessie, ever since we've started this, I'll read an email. Hey, I started a song, but then I didn't feel like it was going to be good enough to let anyone in the public hear it, is an email that I remember getting. And I remember it takes me back when I thought the same thing in my life. Or someone says, I only have this few hundred followers, but then I look at other people who have thousands of followers, even millions of followers. We're into this follower thing now. And I don't think my stuff will ever measure up to them. Getting to the point of social media as an artist nowadays, and that comparison that can happen,
Yeah, I would suggest to avoid comparing, because there's a gazillion musicians out there and so many people on Instagram. You cannot compare yourself to everybody that's out there. That's mind and impossible. Just do what you do. There's room for everybody on the planet. There's room for, look at the amount of artists that are, just say heavy metal or classic or R&B or country or reggae. A million of each. So, you can be 1,000,001. You can't even think about other musicians as far as your music and let that be a barometer. You can't let that be a barometer of your music at all, ever. That'll put the kibosh on for sure.
Don't put the kibosh on your creativity.
Don't put the kibosh on your creativity.
Hey, that should be a t-shirt, Jessie. Don't put the kibosh on your, indie fan positivity posse, throw the kibosh out the window, let it go. Let it go.
Exactly.
Right?
I just had to find out how to spell it.
Jessie, what keeps you rocking and rolling? What keeps you keeping on with your artistry and your journey? What keeps you rocking?
I just love it. That's all. I just love it. I love being on stage. I love being on stage.
Right on.
My mother always says to me, don't you get nervous when you go on stage? I go, no. I said, I can't wait to get up on that stage and give me the microphone and start the music.
There you go.
Because it's fun, and it's all about fun. It's not about ego or any of that. It's all about having fun, and I always have fun on stage. Always.
Isn't positivity a powerful thing. You mentioned fun. Positivity is powerful, ain't it, sister?
You want to have fun. Why did we get
Yeah,
into music? Because we love it and it's fun.
that's
Get the
right.
you get the business starting getting into your head.
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah,
mess you up. But you got to keep remembering. Go back. I love to sing. I don't care
right.
about the business. Okay, I got to deal with it, but it's not going to affect how I sing or my performance or my creativity at all, ever.
Come on. Come on. Nothing, ladies, indie fam, nothing to do with your creativity at all. Eh, Said so by Jessie Galante. Our creativity can become stifled. In my
Yes.
opinion, our creativity can become stifled. We must learn the business, of course, where there is portions that we, ladies and gentlemen, indie fam, the business is business. It's called a music business for a reason. But like Jessie just said, we can't allow the business part to stifle what we are doing creatively, because that's the basis. That's the foundation. That's who we are. We have to get it out. Sometimes
Yep.
I believe, Jessie, that we are, as artists, part of our whole thing is to be able maybe to speak for some who want to say the same thing, but really might not know how to say it. We're a voice for some people. That's why
Exactly.
that's what pulled me through with vulnerability, Jessie, because I said, you know what? I'm not the only one that's feeling this certain way about this certain subject of life, about me or whatever. And I said, once I started putting in the song, or it changed the way I would even sing a song, that it was an established song. It started my interpretation to be a little more intimate. Once I started feeling that I'm not the only one feeling this way, somebody else is too.
Yeah.
That connection, that connection.
Absolutely. No doubt about it at all.
Yeah, yeah,
When you get up on stage, it's really kind of not you anymore. It's not
right.
about you. Yeah, you're the person that's delivering the message, and you're delivering it so people will feel it and understand it. Yes, you have to put yourself in it. I get it. But it's not just to the ego thing. You go, so a lot of musicians, not everybody, but some will get up on stage and it's just about them. Okay, I get it, but it either. It's not me. To me, it's like, hey, everybody, here. It's like you're in
Yeah.
my living room. Let's party.
Uh-huh.
You're here. Let's have a good time. And it's never a fake message. It's always
No.
real, because people sense your conviction, and
Yeah.
that you're genuine, and you're just having a
Yeah.
good time.
That's
Just
right.
having fun. You're rocking out.
The people always know. The people. Always know.
Oh, and the music business, when you get up on stage and you're in front of people don't want to hear about it has to do with your singing and your stage presence and your delivery. The music business, they don't even get. So it's
Come on,
that you
sister.
have to leave at home.
Go ahead,
You have to leave
Jessie.
that at
Go
home.
ahead, Jessie. Go ahead, Jessie. Oh, I'm co-signing on top of co-signing with you. I am co-signing on it with you, sister, because you mentioned traveling the world and your artistry taking you. Give us some places that your artistry's taken you to. Where have you gone? Where else have you?
Oh my God! I've been to Budapest, parts of Hungary. I've been
Wow.
to Germany. I've been to Belgium, the Netherlands, Italy. Where else? Canada, of course. Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
I've actually lived in those places too. It's not the word there. I actually lived there and understood and got into the culture. And met some great musicians where I've released them and have done several tours with them.
Go
So
big.
to
Go
me, it's
big.
the world. The world really is a stage, and really, and I'm back to running with those guys again. You know, that's the beauty of it. Once you start working or having a relationship with these two albums, you're in it together for as long as you want to. So you know, you keep growing, and you keep you know, being creative and putting it out, and it feeds you. It feeds your soul. And yeah, you want to meet new people along the way for diversity, and that's great too. That happens naturally. So
yeah. Congratulations, Jessie. Right on. You took that music and your artistry, and like they say, no matter what country, no matter what, you know, culture, language, that music is multilingual. The expression of music, the expression of artistry, you know? You know?
Absolutely. I am, like I know I'm saying it again, that I'm truly grateful that I have this inside of me, but also to have it with other musicians and then share it to the world and to people who will accept it and love it. You know, you want that. You want people to love it and love your music and feel good.
Yes,
And,
that's right.
so I can't wait to get on. I'm working to get in March. So now that COVID is now a little more relaxed, things are starting to pop and open up. So I'm looking forward to that. I have a couple shows coming up here in Buffalo, opening up for Sass Jordan in October.
Okay.
Is the Canadian blues rock singer. She's amazing.
Right on.
And
right on.
And writing and some other things going on. It feels good now that the world is opening up again. It's great to see everybody back.
You know what, Jessie? I have to tell you, you know, the connection that you're giving, not just me, but I see the people, and then when we repost this on the YouTube and everything, Jessie, you got a realism that is undeniable. You give it to us of what it is that we need, and through your music, it's evident as well. We want to thank you for the artistry that you give the world. We want to thank you for continuing the journey that you started telling us about, that started in Buffalo with your family and through the parts of the world, and even of what you're doing now. Thank you for what you're doing. We want to support what you're doing. We want to continue to give that, you know?
Absolutely. I thank you very much. I'm having a great time, and thanks for introducing me to all your listeners. You're wonderful, everybody out there. And yeah, you know, it's let's do this together. Let's rock the planet together.
Rock the planet. Rock the planet. Hey, it ain't but something to do. At least that's what they used to say back home in Memphis. This ain't but something to do. We just got to do it, you know? So, well, listen, you got a brother in Victor Brooks, Jessie. I'm with you. Let's stay connected. Anything you're doing, we want to support on our page, and what, you know, any other media outlet we're doing, we want to continue to let others know of what Jessie has given us today and what you've already been given so many for so long. And much respect, sister. Much respect.
Same to you.
All righty. All right.
Take care. All right.
Let us know any other outlet, please. We know Instagram, but where else can we follow? Where can we download all of that?
I have my website, Instagram, LinkedIn. Well, not LinkedIn, but Twitter, Facebook. Did I say Facebook, Instagram? Yeah, all the platforms.
All right.
For the moment, yeah.
Right on, right on. And hey, y'all, just Google the name Jessie Galante and watch what pops up.
And I'd love to get to know you all too, of course.
You got it. That's right. That's right. Well, we are connected now, Jessie. Thank you, sister.
Well, thank you so much. All right. Enjoy.
All right.
Bye. Thanks.
You got it. Oh, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, Indie Fam and Positivity Posse. It's undeniable. Jessie Galante is the real deal. Jessie Galante, like we mentioned, has been there, done that, and is ready to keep going to the next episode. You dig? Artistry is artistry. It's who we are. It's what we do. You know, it's why we do what we do. Is that one of those necessary questions we ask ourselves, right? Like we just mentioned, we are artists. That's what we were born to do. Giving artistry is what we do. But why we do what we do, other than the fact that we must do it because that's just art, that's who we are, find your own personal purpose, you know? Find out what it is that makes you happy, that feeds your soul through your own artistry, right? Because that's that connection that Jessie was mentioning, that the people know, the people understand what it is, and getting to know you through either lyrics of your song, through the delivery and interpretation of your artistry of what you give, through the strokes of your brush if you're a painter, through the cadences of your words if you're a poet. I mean, just on and on with artistry. Do it, you all. Artistry, artistry, artistry. It is what it is. Thank you all every time you're able to take your time and join us on Sundays at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We thank you. And those of you who are in a bigger audience that watch on the recorded, because as long as Instagram keeps it up, these episodes are going to stay right there. But we are editing these episodes down, and they will be available on the Victor Brooks Show YouTube channel, along with our previous guests over the years that are there. It's over 60-some episodes and artists that we're sure you have seen and heard. And those of you those of the artists that maybe you haven't, the stories and the journeys are incredible, inspiring from other artists as well, just like us, y'all. Just like us. I love you. I respect you. Keep on keeping on, y'all. Don't let anybody tell you that your artistry is not good enough, that it's not enough at all. Forget that. You are who you are. Feed it to us. That's what we need. Much love and much respect. So come on back and get some of that positivity on you. Take a bath in it, take a shower in it, scuba dive in it, skinny dip in it if you want to. Just jump in that pool of positivity, and when you come out, sprinkle it on as many people as you can, because that's what it's all about. And we're going to see you next time on the Victor Brooks Show Instagram Indie Fam series right here. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.